One of the best ways you can organize your batteries and power tools is by using a charging station. So this charging station was gifted to me in exchange for our review. So I'm going to actually walk you through how to build this power tool charging station, as well as tips that you should know when you're building yours. The first thing you'll want to do is make sure that you know where you plan to put the charging station, because you will need to make sure that the outlets and the cord are facing in the direction that you're going to need. The outlets are going towards the back, so whether you want that on the right or the left. And then you're going to need 4 screws and 4 nuts for this next step. All the hardware and tools are included as well. It does include a little screwdriver and wrench, but if you have your own tools, you definitely want to use your own because they're kind of just really hard to hold on to. Now, using the screws and the nuts, make sure you secure them into position, and then you'll need to use the wrench and the screwdriver together to tighten them into place. Next thing you'll do is install the sides. You're going to have to remove these little caps along the sides to be able to put that panel on. This one in particular was cross-threaded, so it was harder to get the cap off as well as screw it back on. So we did need to use the wrench in order to tighten that into position, but it was very tight in trying to fix that. Another thing to keep in mind is when you are putting the shelves on, that each shelf has a little bit of a lip. So you want the lip part facing up, and that's going to help prevent anything from falling off or sliding off your shelves. So once you have the side panel in place, you're just going to need to make sure that you secure it with the screws and the nuts, and making sure that you are also tightening that. And then you're just going to go ahead and you're going to do the same thing to the other side. This is also about the point that you should make sure that if you have the plug there, that you thread that through that hole before actually securing it, because as you're going to see here, we realized, whoops, we cannot get it through. So my husband had to remove that panel and then go ahead and pull the cord all the way through before we can tighten it back up again. Now you're going to take your shelf that is for your drill holder. It is going to be able to hold 4 drills here, and you're going to secure this into place similar to everything else where you're using the screws and the nuts. There are 4 of them, so make sure that you screw them in and also tighten them as well. You also have a screwdriver rack with 8 holes and a pliers rack with 5 holes, and you can go ahead and screw those onto the sides in place. Now, my husband is not wall mounting ours. We are just going to mount it to a board and then put it on his shelves. But you do have an installation wall mount paper that kind of helps you get it in place. But you can really just use the actual charging station to make the marks that you need. So here's the charging station completely filled. That middle shelf is really good for any size battery. It fits even our bigger size batteries. It's perfect for the power tools, pliers, chargers, as well as screwdrivers. So it's a great charging station.